Hello. So, Merry Vlogmas. Because I didn't have a chance to film yesterday, it was a manic day, I am going to post a video of something that I filmed earlier in the year, and I forgot that I did it, but it's the video of 10 years of One Direction. And I remember asking you guys what your favourite memories were, and I went through all of my favourite memories and stuff like that, and I thought that'd be a really fun video to put out. So here it is. Enjoy! Hi. I'm actually at home with a tummy bug at the moment. This is strange because it's a different style of video today. We are going to be sharing memories of the 1D years. It's been 10 years. How is that even possible? 10 years! Now I know what it feels like for like 40-year-old mums with new kid on the block. I didn't actually know how I was going to do this video, so instead I reached out to you guys and I asked you to send me in all of your favourite memories and things like that, and we're literally just going to be doing that today. We're going to be sharing some. I've got some footage that I'm going to attach to this video. I'll probably do it at the end of, or some of my favourite footage that I've taken from shows that I've been to, things like that. One Direction actually got me to a lot of my friends today, and that's actually kind of an interesting story. So I went to the cinema with my friend Misha, which was one of my favourite memories as well. We went up to London for the day when the Take Me Home 1D This Is Us thingy came out, and we went to London to go and watch it on Le Big Screen. And there were very few people in the cinema because we went on the day it came out. We obviously knew that there wasn't going to be that many people. Plus it was at the O2. But the people we met there, I lost my train ticket and they were helping us find it. And then they all started talking about boy bands a little bit more. It was Katie, Alana and Alicia. And we all started walking. They went, "You need to listen to this band, Overload." And that's how I got in touch with my friend Joey, and how, obviously, as everyone knows, then evolved into getting back into touch with Andy, which then led me to meeting all of the Alpha Dog guys. Crazy, right? One Direction got me to having friends like Chum and Mike and Jack. It's just, it's mad. It's like, it's insane. I have so much to thank them for. One Direction also gave me one of my best friends, Sarah. We met because we went to a Harry Styles concert, and we happened to be at the same train station going to the same destination back home. I overheard her and her mum talking about the concert, and I saw them holding merch, and I decided to go and talk to them. Wow. That girl is now one of my best friends, and it's insane. It's just, it's mad. So what I wanted to do first was share some of the memories that you guys had that you sent to me, and there was a question in there as well. There's a question here. What is your ultimate favourite 1D song of all time? Do you know, that is hard. That is so hard. There are so many incredible songs. I mean, my favourite album is 4. I think 4 is just incredible, and it's front to back, stone cold bangers all the way through. It is just amazing. As a 5-piece, that is where they maturely came together a bit more. I'm gonna have to actually look at the track listing on some of these albums because I'm stumped. Do you know what I mean? Right, because this is too hard for me, I'm gonna do it per album. So I'm going to do my favourite song per album because this is far too hard. So my favourite song on the Up All Night album is, without a shadow of a doubt, Stole My Heart. That is my favourite. It is just so happy and up and bouncy, and it is just amazing. I love that song. My favourite on Take Me Home, you know, once I would have said it was Rock Me. I think that's because I was quite young and it was the first song that was like quite raunchy. You know, now, if I'm going back over it now, I think my favourite... Oh, sorry. I'm feeling a bit pukey. I mean, I do love I Would. I jam to I Would. Overall, on the Take Me Home one, and this is on the limited edition one, I would say either She's Not Afraid or Loved You First. I reckon I would probably go. She's Not Afraid brings back so many memories, and that's the same reason why I love Stole My Heart, because Stole My Heart is just... There's something about it that I can't quite shake. It is just one of my favourites. But I think I'm going to have to go She's Not Afraid on the Take Me Home album. Midnight Memories was next, wasn't it? So Midnight Memories, my favourite song on here, definitely Through the Dark. Through the Dark was a huge one at the time when I had literally been through such an awful time in my life, and I had a best friend at the time and we were really close, and I felt like I could connect through that song with my best friend. So Through the Dark is definitely my favourite on that album. My cat has come to invade. Don't move the camera. If you can hear her purring, I apologise. On 4, this will always be my favourite. Nothing is ever going to change about this song. Stockholm Syndrome. That is honestly... But do you know what? The fact that I've managed to just say that straight off the bat It's probably my favourite One Direction song ever. Stockholm Syndrome is just incredible. And the next one was Made in the AM, which I reckon my favourite. I love Walking in the Wind because it's like, they say that History was a goodbye song, but if you really listen to Walking in the Wind, I'm sorry if my camera shook, my cat is like rubbing herself against the tripod here. I honestly, if you listen to Walking in the Wind against all of the other songs that they had, especially on that album Made in the AM, it was a goodbye album, and everyone knew it was a goodbye album. They just didn't want to say it. History, everyone always goes back to because that's the music video they did. But if you honestly listen to Walking in the Wind, it is definitely a goodbye song. But that one is probably my favourite on the whole album. Like, hands down, that is just excellent. Just by One Direction ever made. If we're going into territories of other people, I don't really know yet, because that's quite a hard one. And the other question that I got was, rate the members best to worst then and now. This is completely changed apart from one member. The more I think about it and the more I try and imagine what I think my favourites were then and what I think my favourites are now, the one person always stays in top spot, and that is Harry. Harry will always be my, like, absolute favourite. And I know people say, I remember there was a massive phase where everyone was like, you don't have favourites. And then you're like, hang on. Everyone knows that everyone has their favourite. Even I remember as a Tumblr girl, I was a Tumblr girl, and everyone had like their own little thing, which I'll get into in a bit. But yeah, mine was Harry. So my number one was always Harry. And then back then, I think it went Harry, Zayn, Louis, Liam, Niall. I think that was my order back then. Now, it is completely different. I reckon my order now goes Harry, Niall, Liam and Zayn tie, and then Louis. And maybe it's the music content, I don't know. Harry will always remain my top. So we're gonna go through some of the memories that you guys have sent me now, because these are cute and I did read through some of them. When I went and saw them on tour and I met them and Niall said I have pretty eyes, I died. That is so cute. That's such a nice little memory to have. Like, imagine that. Imagine that, you know, they're at the peak of their time. You're going to see them and then you meet them and then he's like, you get pretty ass. When they had technical difficulties at the O2 and sang Infinity acoustically. Okay, I remember when they had technical difficulties again at the O2 and they couldn't sing Night Changes. I'm going to put that footage in at the end because I know I still have that footage. It was absolutely hilarious, but it was gorgeous. That was the last ever One Direction show that I ever saw, like, as a band. That is mental. Wow. They had technical difficulties on Night Changes and it was hilarious. But the fact that they tried like 3 or 4 times and in between Harry kept trying to tell jokes, and then when they finally thought they'd had it and it still wasn't working, the whole O2 arena just started singing it for them. It was absolutely, like, you couldn't write it. It was amazing. It was so good.
I'm going to tell you, watch these go live on the stage. Let's do it on the A stage. We go on the A stage, it's closer. We just really, really love Night Changes.
You gotta get it right.
We just want to do that over and over again. If that's right. Let's do it for because we're just going to do this one over and over again.
And it was just such a nice feeling. The one thing I loved about going to 1D tours was that even though this happens at every single concert I go to, you know, everyone always is there for the same thing. They're there for the same concert and the same music and it's lovely. You're always there. That's the reason they're beautiful to me. If anyone got the pun there, I apologise. But One Direction concerts, it was like you were with your family. I can't quite describe it any other way. It was just like you were just with your family. The only other time I've ever felt that was with Youngblood. Even with Five Sauce, I've had that feeling, but it wasn't quite the same. There was always some kind of element of there's just something else there. But with One Direction, it was like everyone understood each other. Everyone was handing things out to each other. It was just amazing. It was absolutely amazing. You probably don't remember, but I actually sat next to you at the 1D concert at the O2. I do remember you, Alice. It was you and your friend. I remember talking to you because it was right before I was going to Los Angeles for the first time by myself. It was the first time I was traveling halfway around the world, and we were talking about that and how Ready to Run, which again is on one of the best albums, was like a song that always stuck with me and stuck with traveling, but I was ready to run across the world and just see things, and it was something that stuck with me, and I remember dancing and singing with you guys and talking to you about how I had to leg it for my last train, and you were like, oh my goodness, I hope you make it. I took my nan to a concert and 5 Sauce were there to support. My nan asked which one was Harry. That's cute. Hang on, did she ask which one was Harry and 5 Sauce? Because none of them. That's actually really lovely. 5 Sauce were supporting. I'm intrigued to know what year that was, because they were there for, yeah, they were there for the Opera tour. And they were there, was it Opera? I'm lying, it was the Where We Are tour. And that was, I went there 2 nights in a row. And that was amazing, that one. That was when I got stopped by Calix. It wasn't the Up All Night tour. The Up All Night tour was the first ever tour they did. It was the Take Me Home tour, which is where I got this shirt. I've actually got a couple of other tour shirts in there. I say a couple. I got a tour shirt from every single tour that they did. And then I moved on to programs. But I got a program and a tour shirt, like, because the t-shirts after a while became like an invasion in my wardrobe and I just couldn't hold anymore. I had the original one, but it didn't come from the tour because I didn't get to go to the first ever tour. I got that t-shirt from a friend, but I ended up selling it. Long story. I've got a t-shirt from every single tour that I went to, and a program. I'm going to go through those in a bit, because I thought it might be cool to show you some of the things I collected over the years. Definitely not all of the things are here. I have got a bajillion posters up in the loft of just like, you know, the massive ones that you used to get. I've got so many of them. I've got books up in the loft. I think somewhere I've got something like a little teddy of some kind. I know I have a different DVD in my trunk, but I have the other 3, like the movies, the 3 movies they did. Yes, they did 3. The most iconic 1D moment, the cat doesn't talk, Louis. Yeah, agreed. Actually, no, I don't think that's one of the most... Do you know what? If we're really going far back, I think the most iconic 1D moment, the most iconic has to be No, Jimmy Protested. Now, if anyone remembers that...
We're all pretty shocked that Aidan was in the bottom 3. Bottom 2, sorry.
No, Jimmy Protested.
You and OG. So I thought it might be cool to show you guys some of the stuff that I got over the years and things that I've collected. Let's start with albums. No, let's start with books. I got all of the books. The majority of them are up in the loft, but the last one they brought out as a 5-piece is this one. Decided that I would leave it out because I wanted to give it a proper read. Not that I didn't read the other ones I did. I just want to give this one a proper read again because it's just like, it's like memory lane. It's in pristine condition. I am so picky about all of my 1D stuff. If any of them get ruined, I'm like... My One Direction and my High School Musical stuff, just don't even bother touching them. I have got another One Direction DVD, like I said before, but these are the main 3, if any of you remember them. This was the first one. This was the tour DVD for Up All Night and the one that I'm going to be watching in a little bit. This was the one that I saw in the cinema quite a few times. Actually, no, did I see it twice? 2? That's, I'm sure I saw it more than twice. I can't remember. This Is Us one. This was like the first proper feature-length thing, I guess you could say that they did, because it had loads of backstage stuff as well, so it was considered a feature-length rather than just a concert movie, I think, if you want to put it down to that. But I've got so many amazing memories with this film. This film literally saved me. It was, again, during the worst time of my life, this pulled me through, and I could not be more grateful for this group. Seriously, this group saved my life. They just saved my life. They really did. And the last one that I've got is the Where We Are San Siro Stadium. This really does bring back so many memories because I remember this tour like it was yesterday. I could tell you, I always had the same outfit every single One Direction tour, and then I think it was the last tour I actually got rid of the dress beforehand and I didn't get to wear it again, but it was always this white floral lace thing, like a skatery thing. I think it was passed down from Jess. My friend Jess gave it to me, with little puffy sleeves and little buttons, a denim jacket and 1D on my nails. I always had that without fail. It was gold as well on my nails. It was always that. These are the DVDs I have. We will now, do you know what, I'm gonna get my t-shirts out. Ooh, I nearly fell over. So obviously the first, well actually let's go with the first one. This is not an official t-shirt, but I had this made. As you can tell then, I can tell you now, like, the Stole My Heart was my favourite because it says, under the lights tonight, turn around, you stole my heart. And then on the back I did She's Not Afraid. I didn't even realise. One Direction 2013 tour. She's not afraid of all the attention. She's not afraid of falling, running wild. How come she's so afraid of falling in love? She's got the lyrics for the chorus on the back. I think I spelt something wrong on it though. I'm sure I spelt something wrong on it, but that's one of my t-shirts and I just don't ever have the heart of getting rid of this because I can't do it. I can't do it. I physically can't. This just brings back so many memories for me. It was around the time when I didn't actually have the money to go to any other tours or any other thing like that. And I finally got the tickets for this tour. And I got basically second to front row. I was in the second row from the stage. And I got so close to the boys. Back then in 2013, they were so interactive with the fans. I hate saying fans. They were so interactive with the Directioners. It was just incredible. I had the same moment that I had with Harry Styles that I recently recently had with Youngblood. I don't know if you guys have seen on my Instagram. When I looked at him and I was like, this is all for you. Are you okay? I did the same thing with Harry Styles in 2013. I looked at him and he looked at the crowd and then looked back at me and I went, this is all for you. And he just went and couldn't quite believe it and then just walked off and I was like, mate, that just happened. There were so many moments. Back then, they were so happy with things like that. Like, I managed to get eye contact with ZAYN back then, Liam and Niall, but there was a funny thing with Niall. The girl in front was he was asking her to lift up her sign so he could read it, and she just kept screaming, Niall, I love you. And he was just like, lift up your sign. And I was like, tapping her going, he wants you to read your sign. And she was like, Niall, I love you! And he just looked at me like, that actually really hurt my throat. I already have a sore throat. This is not a good idea. The next one that I have is from the Where We Are tour, which was the last one that ZAYN was at. I can't really say much else about this. This was one of the best. And what dates were these? This was, so 6th, 7th and 8th. So I must have gone on the 7th and 8th, or the 6th and 7th. But they were the Wembley Stadium ones, and that was in 2014. Wow. This just, seriously, this brings back so many memories. That top is probably my favourite out of all of them. This one has lost its colour. It actually used to be red. This came from the Take Me Home tour, as you can see. Oh, also they had the 1D pop-up shop. Does anyone remember that? I can't remember what I bought from there. I did buy something, but it came with a 1D bag. I have that somewhere. Like, I have the 1D bag on the outside. I kept all of my tour bags as well. And I've also got one that holds my stuff in my car from a Harry Styles tour that says treat people with kindness too. And this one was the last ever tour they did. It was the Otra tour in 2015 with just the 4 of them because ZAYN had left by that point. There was the tour dates on the back and it was O2 Arena. This was a limited edition O2 Arena one. So I can't remember the date I went to because they did like 5 dates. Is it 5? 6. They did 6 dates at the Otra tour at the O2 Arena and I only went to one of them. I wanted to do more than that, trust me. I remember I got, how many did I get? We managed, me and my sisters, if you'd seen the hassle. I'm not exaggerating, right? Because I have actually applied for Glastonbury tickets before, so I know the stress. But I'm telling you, there is nothing more stressful when concert ticket buying than getting One Direction tickets. For the Take Me Home tour, it was like insanity. They had sold out and I couldn't believe that I got second row tickets. I was elated, you couldn't even imagine. But I remember with the Where We Are tour, I got a seat that was like, I didn't realise it was like almost kind of VIP because this guy the security guard ended up standing there and helping me, telling me where to go, walking me to my seat and everything. And my mate at the time, Verity, she was down a completely different area. Her friend couldn't go, so she had a spare seat there. She said, if you want to hang out with us, you can. And I went, hun, I've apparently bought a ticket in VIP and not realised, so I'm staying here. But I had amazing seats, it was great. And then the next day I took my neighbour's daughter Talia because she always wanted to go and she didn't think she'd ever get to go. And I had a spare ticket because we managed to get a lot of tickets and we didn't realise and we got too many. So we ended up having to sell them. But I got those ones for floor and we were this close to the stage, which brings me to a memory that I can't quite ever shift because it is like one of the coolest memories I have, yet it was very annoying at the time. I caught Harry Styles' cold and I'm sure quite a few girls did that day because he had an awful cold. He was so unwell and he was on the stage running around and running off every so often because he probably had to be sick. He had a bottle of water and chose it appropriate for that concert, thought it was appropriate to drink from it. Keep the water in his mouth and do that thing that he normally does. I have posted it in a video before, but I'll put it here again. He did that and it went all over us because then he went with a bottle of water, just threw it everywhere and got covered in Harry Styles water and caught his cold. And I have footage somewhere, I don't know where it is now, but I have footage somewhere of that moment happening on my, I was filming it on an old camera phone, on an old iPhone, and I remember turning the camera going around, turning the camera around like, thanks Harry. But it was amazing. It was just gorgeous. And I think what made that tour so amazing as well was watching the sun go down and seeing thousands of lights during Little Things. Like thousands. I'm talking the whole of Wembley Stadium singing Little Things and lights just, it was, there is nothing like it. It's you, speaking of other tour merch, let's get on to the programmes. We've got a mix of tour programmes here because we've got some from tours that have happened since they've been in the band, which we'll do quickly now before we go back into nostalgia lane again. So this is when I saw Niall in Brighton. I went with my friend Lauren, and it's literally just his life on the road, photos of the whole, of all the tours that he'd done previously, credits in the back, but it's just like a little picture book. Oh, I also have, I have this habit of keeping things like this too. Actually, I might have in a scrapbook. I might see if I can find it. My old tickets for my other shows. But this was my ticket for the Brighton Centre to go and see Niall. Tickets courtesy of Jack and Victoria Doyle, because they got those for me for my Christmas present one year. I happened to say on, I think it was Christmas or my birthday, I happened to say on Facebook once, I was like, if anyone wants to get me tickets for Niall's tour, I'll be eternally grateful. Didn't actually think I'd get them because this was like 6 months before Christmas and at my birthday, and I got them, so I was really happy with that. This one, Harry didn't have a programme, he just had a photo book. I got this because I'm a bit of a memorabilia person. Memorabilious. What? But these are amazing, and I don't know if you know this. Everyone I used to work with at the place of retail that I used to work with that rhymes with Trot Mop or Bop Stop. I was absolutely in love with his style, and I still am. I think he is one of the greatest style icons that we have in this generation. I think he's incredible because of all the Gucci suits. There's the Gucci suits. Speaking of, I mean, they're beautiful, aren't they? The outfits are just stunning. But this is just a little photo book that he had. Love that suit. Come on now, guys, that is just beautiful. But I thought it was really cute because it was pink and it was a book and it was completely different to just normal ones. That not only is a beautiful picture, but I love that jumper. Oh, he's wearing a dress in that one. But I love that jumper, and I think that picture is just really quite lovely. Photography by Harry Lambert and Louis Venner. You're all wonderful. Isn't he wonderful? So that was from Niall and Harry's tour. We have got here, first ever tour I went to with One Direction. And is there anything in here that I need to look at before? Whoa! Look how little they look! They look so tiny in this. Should we read a little bit? Oh, it's got an open thing of a cartoon. Oh yeah, because that was when they turned themselves into cartoons for Teenage Dirtbag. Do you know what I sounded like then? You know that TikTok thing where it's like, hey, hey, what? I know the song is like completely different, but let's read a little bit. The story so far. 1D facts and figures. 1 billion, the amount of views they've had on YouTube at the time. It was only 1 billion in 2013. And that was only when they'd been, even as a band, for 3 years. That's mad, isn't it? 51 million, their combined Twitter followers, which is probably a lot more now. Oh, does anyone remember when they put up the Twitter thing going, if anyone's in London, come here and you can be in our music video for one thing. Livid. I remember when that tweet went out, I was this close, and then I realised that by the time they'd start filming, wouldn't get there in time. I was so annoyed. It was basically anyone who lived in London that could do it. They were like, be there in about an hour. Oh, so mad. I was also mad that it cost like £10, I think it was, for the first ever show they did, which was under in GAY, under Charing Cross Station. And Harry got drunk and slipped over on birthday cake. Does anyone remember that? That was hilarious. I nearly went to that. The only reason I couldn't was because it was going on so late and there would have been nowhere for me to stay, and I couldn't stay in the train station all night. I was only like 17, 18, something like that. Let's read a bit of Harry's. What does doing this tour mean to you? Tour is about giving the fans a proper show. We've grown with them because of them, so it's time to show them what we've got. Time to show them what we've come up with. 1, 2, 3, he push. Let's do this, poo. Do you remember when they changed the lyrics to "Gotta Be You" all the time? And they used to change it to "I love Tekin soup, big brown poo, wrong size shoe." The next one we have is from the Where We Are tour, and this one, I believe actually somewhere I've got some confetti. I've got confetti from both, I think, somewhere. Let's read a bit of Louis. This one's just like, again, it's like a whole bunch of pictures. Oh, what's this? One Direction. Check out the official online store. I'm telling you, this is how pristine I keep things. I didn't even get rid of this kind of stuff. Song you're most looking forward to performing. Little Black Dress. Good song. City that you're most looking forward to performing in. Amsterdam. I wonder why. Restaurant in the world you are most looking forward to getting back to. In and Out. Oh, shut up. Agreed. Favourite song at the moment, Neon by John Mayer. Do you know what? I understand why Louis was my favourite back then, or one of my favourites. Best 2013 tour memory, Falling Over Loads. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The best fall in One Direction history, and I know you lot know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to put it here. It's the best. Favourite album of 2013, Paradise Valley by John Mayer. Very good album. Absolutely excellent album, in fact. I think the first track is Wildfire. Oh man, that sounds good and I can't even eat it right now. Favourite meal that Sarah cooks, spicy chicken pasta with extra cheese. Dang, that sounds good. Oh, they've got favourite 5-star songs in here. Louis was Try Hard. Liam's was She Looks So Perfect. What was that? What was that? Tips for 2015, don't run with scissors. Alright, Liam. Liam was always the dad, wasn't he? He was always the dad of the group. Oh, look, there you go. Hang on, I didn't even know this was a thing. You could upload a One Direction dog beard. What even is that? See, there's so many things that I forgot existed. Just loads of posters and stuff like that. I love ZAYN. Tips for 2015, Childish Gambino. I tell you what, yeah. Let's go with the On the Road tour. The Ultra tour. Final ever One Direction tour. He's grabbing his moob. He's grabbing his man boob. Not that he had moobs. You know what I mean. This was when Harry had long hair. This was, I mean, come on now. Just, come on. Wow, these are different. These are tweets. What have we got here? As far as I'm aware, the doors are open and we're on the road again. That was from Harry Styles on the February 6th. Liam on August 24th said, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. It's been the most amazing 5 years and there's so much more to come. That was half a decade ago that tweet was sent out. Niall Horan said, looking forward to seeing you all. Missed seeing you all on June the 4th. These are cute. I tell you what, this layout, I'm here for it. Yeah, I like this layout. This is a good layout. These are cool. I really like this actually. This is really cool. I feel like I'm looking at this for the first time ever again. I just haven't seen it in so long. That brings me great satisfaction and I don't know why, but it does. I think it's just the back swish. I'm gonna see if I can find my old tickets and see what we can come up with there. This is a scrapbook of many things. That's a Glastonbury thing just sticking out there. Let me see if I can find, so I've got a bunch of tickets here. Let me see if I can find all my old ones. I think I must have had a whole page. I'm sure I put an entire 2 pages aside just for One Direction. Yep, there we go. Wow. Guys, this is insane. This is mad. What's this one? Oh my goodness. Guys. So here we've got Harry Styles tour and then another Harry Styles one. These are my 2 cinema tickets from when I saw One Direction, the movie. I can't believe I still have these. Oh no, that's Dunkirk. And then this is, what's this? Is this what I think it is? No, that's my NIALL HORAN ticket. And then so we've got here One Direction Block 1 Entrance B. This was for 2015, 24th September. So this was right before I was going away. That was the last ever One Direction one I went to. Look at how pristine that ticket is in, apart from the hair. Honestly, this was the first ever tour I went to. Block A1, row B, seat 4. That was the first ever one I saw. And there's my underground ticket to get to and from. And then this was just the Where We Are tour. So this one was where we were standing and we were standing blue. And then that was my train ticket for that. It was the 6th, so it's the 6th and the 7th. 6th and 7th? 7th and 8th, sorry. 7th and 8th. Oh yes, that was it, because I went up there the day before. So the first day I didn't go. 7th was when I was sat down. Where was I? I was at Club Wembley. So I was in the Club Wembley VIP one. And then this one was the standing blue. The fact that I still have all those, I'm just staring at all of my One Direction stuff down here. Next, I'll quickly go on to these because they're very quick. This one is the Harry self-titled album, but it's the pink vinyl. And I remember when, is it the pink one? Was it the pink one or was that Charlie Puth? One was white and one was pink. I think this might be white, actually. I mean, come on now. It was white. That's what it looked like. I'm not going to get it all out because I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, that was the white vinyl and it's got little flowers on it. I remember when that first came out and it was limited edition. I'm pretty much the kind of person that's like, if there's a limited edition version, I want that and I won't take any other edition. You're a wizard, Harry. Does anyone remember that video that went around that was like, you're a wizard, Harry, of Hagrid? And then it went to that little fun game of One Direction of Harry going, what?
You're a wizard, Harry.
What? I won't open the other 2 because there's no point. There's nothing crazily different about them. I've got 4 4 and Made in the AM. This is honestly one of my favourite albums of all time. I could not live without this album. This is just beautiful. I know I said Stockholm Syndrome, but Where Do Broken Hearts Go? And again, this whole album is just full of bangers, front to back. It really is. Like Night Changes, No Control. No Control, if anyone knows the... Waking up beside you. Yeah. Fireproof, Girl Almighty, Fool's Gold is actually quite a beautiful song. 18, I wish I could live by that song, but I started loving One Direction at the age of 18, so it wouldn't really make any sense. Actually, I have loved you since we were 18. Huh, interesting. And finally, we're going to go to the CD albums because I got a lot of the limited edition book versions. I didn't take no for an answer once again. It wasn't that anyone else was buying them for me. Don't take it like that at all. I bought all of these for myself. However, I was just very fussy. And if I knew that there was like a limited version of it, I'm like, hon, I gotta have that one. Start off with Harry's. This is the limited edition book version of his self-titled album. And the album's in the back. I always keep receipts as well. So I'll probably, yeah, so here is the receipt. I bought this probably 2016. I don't know why I keep receipts. I think it's more of just a memory thing. 2017. And there's the making of the album in Abbey Road, if anyone remembers. Featuring 32 pages of the exclusive images from making the album includes signs of the times. Sign of the times. All I can hear is my dad. I really hope he understands how loud he is. You heard that? Just expect to hear a lot more because that's just my dad. He's just loud. And these walls are paper thin. Okay, I'm gonna go backwards because if I go backwards then it just makes more sense in my head simply because my favourite item of One Direction merch that I have ever gotten is the last thing I'm gonna show you. And I do have another version of it. I'll explain later about that. So the first one I'm gonna show you is Made in the AM. It's the Ultimate Fan Edition and it's comes like a little box and it's still sealed. It's a little wristband there as well. It's not ever going to be opened either. So this is in pristine condition. Came with these cute little postcards of all 4 of them. Printed, signed vinyls. And then the album as a book again. It's on the inside with cute little pages of the lyrics and little pictures of Les Boys. Then we've got 4 and this is the Ultimate Edition. Again, the Ultimate Edition, and it's, as you open it up, once again, you've got pages of pictures of the boys and just little messages from them. So all we can keep saying is thank you and things like that. Just little thank yous. You're so welcome. And it's got 4 exclusive bonus tracks on this, which is Change Your Ticket, Illusion, Once in a Lifetime, and At My Age. At My Age was so good live. Love that song. It always reminded me of New Year. It had such a New Year vibe about it. Midnight Memories is the next one, which again, absolutely amazing album. I think though this was the one I had such a palaver with because I ordered the original Midnight Memories album. I ordered like just this one. I ordered this version and everyone got their album in the post. This was the Ultimate Edition. Everyone got their version in the post except me. Every single directioner was hauling at me. Have you got it yet? Have you got it yet? I'm like, no, not yet. Even on my Tumblr, everyone was like, have you got the album yet? Have you heard it yet? Have you heard this song? No, I haven't. And I made it a thing where I would not listen to any song until I had the album in hand. And I make it also a thing that I make sure that I get the album on the day that it's released. And when it didn't show up, I was quite distressed. I ended up telling them the problem and they still didn't send me the right album. They sent me the wrong one again. CD just fell out. That's never happened before. So yeah, I was pretty distressed about that. So they ended up sending me the right one and I had like a copy or 2 of the original and I gave it to my friend at the time. Ordered or shipped, shall I say, this version. November the 28th, 2013. 7 years old. This album is 7 years old. Lovely pictures on the inside of all of the boys and all of the directioners. Then we've got the Take Me Home limited edition yearbook. This was when they were going through like a heightened thing of just buying yearbooks. This was bought 6th of November 2012. Actually remember they had a habit of bringing out albums around October, November time. I don't know why that was always the time they decided to pick, but they always did. This album had like Kiss You and Live While We're Young and stuff on it. This is what the inside looks like and it's just pictures of them with fans and with directioners. Sorry, I hate the word fans. It's like a book, so if you can imagine the size of my head is quite big anyway, so Yeah. And lastly, I did get Gotta Be You, and I remember this like it was yesterday. I was in the car with my sisters and we were driving a 10-minute drive down the road, which took forever because we were going to see the Coca-Cola van when it had turned up at the time. We were halfway down this tiny little hill. To get from the top of the hill to the traffic lights at the bottom of the hill normally takes about 5 seconds. Like, I'm not exaggerating, it takes 5 seconds. From the top of the hill, I had ordered a copy of Gotta Be You signed, hand signed by the band. By the bottom of the hill, when we got to the traffic lights, despite the traffic, I think it took an extra 30 odd seconds to get from there to there. Sold out. I was so lucky. That is actually upstairs. Niall forgot to sign it. So if Niall Horan, if you ever see this and you want to sign my copy of Gotta Be You, please do that. But my favourite item that I own. I actually had a One Direction phone case for a while that I could say was my favourite item, but this is definitely, hands down, it's on display in my room. It will never go off display. It is the One Direction Up All Night limited edition yearbook, black and white cover, hand signed by all 5 of the boys. I honestly, when that came out, it was $14.99. Now, I don't even want to know how much this is worth, a fortune. This is priceless to me. This was the first ever album they did. Came with stickers that I never touched. This is in pristine condition, has only been used to rip onto my iTunes, and I ordered it on the 16th of November 2011. This album is almost 10 years old. That is mad. Look at that. Every CD they had, I'm not gonna lie, it's covered in lint. It's got lint on it, but the CD, it's in immaculate condition. It's just dust. It is literally just dust. And it's got here contents: Our Story, Louis, Harry, Zayn, Liam, Niall, What Makes You Beautiful, Road Trip, Our Incredible Fans. Look how, I'm sorry, look at the face on it. Look how small he looks. He looks so diddy, but this is just in perfect condition. Like, I'm so proud of this. And this was shot during What Makes You Beautiful. They did the whole thing. I think actually was shot for What Makes You Beautiful. Still in Malibu, they did the whole thing. The music video for What Makes You Beautiful was filmed on Sycamore Cove in Malibu. I once told my Uber driver that I wanted to go to Sycamore Cove, and when he got there he went, I didn't even know this existed. Well, it's cute, it's quaint. If you ever want time to be alone, just come to this beach. Now you know it's here. And I sat there and I remember saying to myself for years, I'm gonna go to that beach one day just because it looked so peaceful and beautiful. And I actually did it. I got there and I'm just so happy that I got there because it is stunning. That beach is amazing. And I recorded a cover of What Makes You Beautiful on there. I have since deleted that, but I might upload it again just because it's a great memory to have. It wasn't the best cover, but it is a great memory to have. So cool. I don't really know what else to say other than thank you. I've had some horrendous things happen in life, but I have to say that the one thing that has gotten me through is One Direction. Their music got me through, their funny videos and interviews got me through, their little quotes and quirks got me through, their tours got me through, everything that they could have done just made me so happy. Yeah, I don't want to get too emotional, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna sit back for a sec. I'm gonna end this video by putting just some footage that I've got from my experience of being a Directioner, and I'm never not gonna be a Directioner. I still remember the day when they said that ZAYN was leaving, and I remember what happened literally like it was yesterday again, and I remember where I was. I remember what happened just before I found out and after I found out. Absolutely mad. The first time Harry walked on that stage, just watching and seeing, and I went, oh, he's pretty. I'm never gonna find the band that comes closest to One Direction for me is the Jonas Brothers, but One Direction changed my life. They really, really, really changed my life. They honestly, there are no words that I could describe as to how much they changed my life. For the better, definitely for the better. A lot of my style actually comes from Harry Styles. Not right now, obviously. Do you know, it all started with Liam as well. I remember when I used to talk to Liam Payne on MySpace. That's mad. Back before even One Direction was formed, I used to talk to Liam Payne on MySpace. That's insane. It's just crazy how the world and the internet. There was actually a bit in the One Direction movie that Harry's like, we owe all of our success to electricity. And it's so true. But we've been loyal. From the first day, we have been loyal. I'm never gonna not be loyal. And I remember I did so many covers on an old YouTube account, and I think that YouTube account's still active. I've been trying to get rid of it, but it won't let me. There's some old covers on there. I think I did Loved You First and Kiss You on a ukulele or something like that. I think I did something, whatever. But you might be able to find something on there. But even as far back as that, when I used to just do stuff like that, it's mad. It's been a wonderful journey. And I remember even back then I was like, I really want to get a tattoo that's to do with the song Diana. And everyone was like, don't do that because this is just a phase. Yeah, alright. Yeah, no, this is definitely more than a phase. I had a One Direction birthday cake. And actually, I think I remember going, oh my God, I'm 24 and I have a One Direction birthday cake. I would always be the one up on the dance floor as well. If no one else is up on the dance floor, it would always be me dancing to One Direction. Everyone would be like, yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. I am never, ever, ever going to forget the memories I've had of One Direction. I'm never going to forget the amazing years they gave me, the amazing memories they gave me, the amazing tours they gave us. Everything they did, it's just astonishing to see what it must have been like from their point of view. It's just astonishing, the thought of it. But I'm so grateful. Thank you. All 5 of you, thank you so much for absolutely everything that you have ever done for every single one of us Directioners. Once a Directioner, always a Directioner. Same as Wildcats, it always goes. I have one more memory here from Reese. His memory was ZAYN, who made him realise he was gay. I know that feeling. Not with ZAYN, but I know the feeling. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being the one solid thing in my life. Even though you're not a band anymore, even though you're still making music as individuals, I'm talking about you as a 5-piece. A 5-piece. Thank you for every single thing you have ever done for me in my life, and for all of the friends I've made around the world. I could not thank you enough. Here's to many more years of memories between everyone else. Thank you. Oh, also, Loki definitely had a 1D Tumblr and was a fanfiction writer. Oh, the awkwardness. So don't let it go, we can make some more, we can live forever. That was really bad. One of the best moments.
I feel like something's happening today, right? I feel like everyone's going in one direction. Oh dear, I really am choosy. I'm low down. We're here. There's so many people behind me. I'm going to have no yards on stage. That's without a zoom. I'm going to die. Harry Styles waved at me and he said hello and this girl la la la. I can't get over that. I'm never going to get over that.
Dreaming about you at night. I'll keep my head on your boyfriend, but that's when you won't die. What he says in the LVE. London, O2 Arena. Hello. Are we friends or are we more? As I'm walking towards the door.
Is it?
I'm not sure. If you say you want to stay, I'll change my mind. You're gonna get us killed, or even worse, expelled. Worst time, but we have to say goodbye. 'Cause you were mine for the summer. Now we know it's nearly over. Feels like snow in September, but I always will remember.
I totally didn't see no. I don't want that.
If you're pretending from the start like this, with a tight grip, the mic is connected from
Nice nips.
No, get the guns out, boys. Get them out, please, get them out. Do they give us the guns?
It's the gun show.
The gun show.
Stop touching me. Yeah, that's up.
Oh, do you want the last song or not? Just get on with it. I'm trying. Leave me alone.
Hello, look who I found. Woo! I decided to get glowed. We've still got like 4 hours. I just met this lovely girl. I actually love Directioners. I love us.
if that would be okay. Dan's got away with it, I don't know why, but he has.
know how it goes for right and wrong. The silence and sound. Did they ever hold each other tight like us? Could they ever fight like us? Sing it! You and I, we don't wanna be like them. We can make it till the end. The story of our life, but if we're wrong, stand your love until she's broke inside.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, I'm going to do it again. We've said it. I would like someone to count how many times we said thank you tonight. But Wembley Stadium, thank you so much for helping us out the most magical stadium in the world. You've been absolutely incredible. I cannot thank you enough.
That was Talia's first concert of One Direction though. What do you think?
Amazing.
See.
What happens now is
I'm going to tell a bunch of jokes. Now, does anyone have any jokes? Who's there? Oh, cows go. You've done it wrong. You've done it wrong. This was you're in a full auto arena. This was your time. She stepped up, she was like... You got it wrong. I know I got it wrong, but I've got the microphone, so now they think that we got it wrong. Are we ready?
Two bananas for a penguin.